Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Google Workspace Recap, a Tab Geeks Network show. Each week we take you through everything announced by Google Workspace, discussing the updates of the week and other relevant news and announcements. My name is Jesse Nolan, my co-host is Steve Larson, and we're here to help you keep up. So, Google seems to have taken a bye week. This is going to be one short show. Steve, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going pretty well, and you're exactly right. They have taken a bit of a bye week here. And in fact, before the end of the week, I actually shared with you a little summary of the number of updates Google has made this year comparative to last year. And we're a little bit behind schedule, I gotta say. Not nearly as many as we have had before last year. So we had, looking at Q1 56 this year, Q2 69. Last year we had 67 and 69. So coincidentally, it's the same number of updates in exactly the same in Q2, but they were 11 behind in Q1, and with only 2 right now in Q3. I don't know if they're going to hit that 87 number that they did last year. So we'll see.
Well, as soon as Javier announced he was leaving, everybody was like, yo, hit the brakes on everything until we figure out what's going on. I'm just kidding. I don't know if that's actually what happened.
I don't know if, what I was going to look at the visible changes doc and see, what was going on there. If a lot of things are being missed and just pushed back. Let me just have a look here at the July 6th visible changes doc. See what's going on. See if we got a bunch that are just kind of essentially in the backlog here, about to launch or what. For some reason, it's just not. The visible changes docs are not loading as quickly as they used to. For some reason.
Interesting.
Yeah, so this week should be pretty busy. Last week was, by the looks of things, a single update week. And this week should be a lot busier. I don't know, have you seen any updates today?
I don't think there was today. There was on the keyword, there was something about the Google Workspace individual. But that's pretty much all I saw. There was nothing on the Workspace Updates blog today.
Got it. Yeah, there were 7 expected for Monday. We have...
Maybe they did hit the brakes.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 15 expected for this week. So we shall see if they actually make it. If they make it out. But yeah, there's 15 updates planned for this week. So could be a busy episode next week if those are, even if half of those are hit. That's going to be a normal week, I guess.
Still, it's impressive planning wise. I don't know why they didn't spread it out some more, but
yeah, I don't think we've seen more than 8 in a week.
7? Yeah, I think we had a 9 week, but it was one of them was like just an update on something. It wasn't a real update. It wasn't a real release.
Right. So so we shall see here. They've obviously missed all of the Monday updates that they had promised here in the visible changes, but we'll see if they start to roll out as the week goes on. Let me pull up our updates so that we do have for this week. And let me shut down a few things here. Get over to that window. Here we go. So one little update in the end of week recap post was that the rollout for visual updates in Gmail has resumed. So apparently it had taken a little bit of a pause there. It seemed like it just didn't quite roll out as planned, but it's now since resumed. And then we have the one update for the week is that space managers can change access to new and existing spaces in Google Chat. And I remember Kim mentioning some stuff about that over on the EDU side of things, that he's hoping that everyone can be able to do this because, especially on the education side, all the SKUs users in all SKUs need to be able to do that, given how they work with spaces in the organization, and also because they're getting rid of currents and people actually still use currents, so they need to be able to kind of assign managers to those spaces. I think that was some of his comments there. And then a few other topics. We did receive an email as admins this week about Google Duo being upgraded to Google Meet. So bear that in mind. If your users were using Duo on their work accounts, that will be transitioning over into Meet. The Gmail Compose window update adds profile avatars, right-click menu, and more, which we saw an article there from 9 to 5 Google. And then a Chrome Unboxed article here talking about the new Gmail bug is displaying a warning banner on emails, which has now been fixed. And I believe that was more of a consumer account issue, if I recall, rather than Workspace users. But got lots of notifications in the notification feed last week, nonetheless. So we saw a lot of news about that. But yeah, that's our agenda for the week. It is I don't know, this isn't Google News, but it is Prime Day tomorrow, Tuesday and Wednesday this week. So if you're in the market for some goods, have a look. And if you are, this is the app I use for Amazon. It's an app called Camel.
I've used them before too. Yep.
Yeah.
I had an account with alerts set up and everything one year.
Oh yeah, I still got the alerts. There's feeding into some archived label in my personal account.
Yep.
One of my literally one of million emails that I have in that account.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, they have a Chrome extension as well, I think, that alerts you when the prices drop and you can jump on things right away.
Yeah, I use it to look, when you're on a product page, you can pull up the historical prices.
Yep.
And you know whether or not this discount today is actually, a good discount, or if it's just
80%
an
off,
discount.
But it's usually 79% off, so.
Right, yeah, every day exactly. Every day it's 75, but today it's 80. It's like, all right, well.
Whoop-de-doo.
you don't have to rush out and get it just to save the 5%. It's not necessarily worth it. What else are we going to talk about? There's something else there are some changes coming to the Google Cloud Connect community, and hopefully we'll be able to get some of the people from GCC on to the podcast in an episode coming up soon to talk about those changes. So I will just kind of allude to those for now, but I won't go into too many details of what those are. But yeah, some nice new changes, more, continued effort from Google to support that community and improve it, keep doing things there. So, if you're looking for a community that is, kind of changing a good group of people, I would say GCC is pretty good there. We're doing a lot of stuff. And events, I think a lot of events as well happening, either virtual or as well as in person. So keep an eye out. All right, let's get into that long list of updates that we have for today. And I thought I had my window open here. I must have shut it down. All right, well, good thing Chrome is set to continue where I left off. Nice. So, as mentioned, that rollout for visual updates in Gmail has resumed. There were some Google kind of paused the rollout there to work on some performance improvements, but beginning today, which was Friday, those features will resume rolling out slowly, and they anticipate that to be completed by the end of September 22. So I don't know if that means that the rollout is going to be, completed, as in no more opt-out by September, because that's a pretty long time to roll that out. So we'll see here. There's a big red notice here on the previous update. So let's see. Let me just read through these details here. 21st, July 7th, the features will resume rolling out. Yeah. So.
Yeah, those were just the old updates from 2021.
Right. Yeah, that's right. That's the October update, right?
Yeah, the only one was from the 7th, July 7th, that you just read.
Right. Yeah. So, okay. So I guess some changes finishing up in September, and I guess the opt-in, opt-out stuff is still going to be around for a while.
It's worth noting that we've seen some of these already. Some of the features, but not all of them. There's a lot of icons. There's a couple of icons in here I don't recognize. Avatar chips, name changes, and the right-click menu in the Compose I have not seen yet. I have seen the external warnings, which is really cool. It's done really well. Just highlights it. Says oh, by the way, you're emailing this person that's not in your organization. But for the most part, I haven't seen most of the elements in here yet.
Yeah. I do get you do see the not emailing someone in your org, right? Your contacts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's, yeah. I was going to say that's been around. I'm just kind of looking closely here at the image. All right, so that's that update. And then the space managers. I feel like it's just like a great name. It's the space managers, It's like they're going to be able to, head up to space there with Elon, Jeff, and just manage space, I guess, right?
Well, if you have space managers, you will, of course, have space Karens.
Yeah, exactly. But for the space managers, we can now change access to new and existing spaces in chat. So this is where you can kind of manage, what's kind of happening in the space there. Take some actions there. So with this update, it eliminates the need to create new spaces in order for them to be searchable and discoverable. It also helps ensure spaces can be updated with the right access. And in terms of end users, there's some help articles there to let you know how managers can leverage those features. And I'm just kind of looking here at some of the manager level features here of what you can do and what you can't do. So space managers can edit a space's name, description, guidelines. They can also assign management privileges to other users. And you can also add or remove users from a space. And then also space managers can delete messages. So that's an interesting feature there, that you can delete other person's messages. Rollout for this one, split between rapid release and scheduled release domains. The rapid release domains are going to get that starting on the 7th of July on a gradual rollout up to 15 days for visibility. And then for scheduled release domains, you'll have to wait a bit until the 29th of July, and that'll be on a gradual rollout up to 15 days for feature visibility. And this will be available to all Workspace customers, as well as the legacy G Suite and Basic, and it will not be available to users with personal Google accounts. And that's all she wrote this week, folks. That's it. Very quick.
Short and sweet.
Short and sweet, yes. The first one that is on our list here of other topics, I did mention here to Jesse. I don't know why I was going to call you Joey. I have no idea. That's what I was about to say.
I don't know.
No idea. To Jesse. It went out to all the admins, I guess, that might have maybe some Duo usage in their orgs, but it is letting you know that it's transitioning over to Meet. So what does it mean for your org? So it may impact users, kind of experience, and with Duo video calling features, if they were using that and you had Meet disabled, they're no longer going to be able to really use that functionality because things will be moving over to Meet. So you want to make sure that you have Meet on for your users. If you think that they may have been using Duo, just to ensure that they have a seamless transition over to Meet. So you can, if you do turn Meet off, the Duo users registered with your organization's Workspace accounts will lose access when this is updated to Meet. So bear that in mind. You may be finding out that more people were using Duo than you thought if you have Meet disabled.
In the email that you shared here, It looks like it went out to everybody or all admins anyway, because there's a line towards the bottom that says the current number of users with Duo access within your organization is 0.
Yes, I did get that.
So even those who don't have any likely got this or will get it. Personally, I don't think there should be anybody in my organization using Duo. I think I downloaded it once or twice just to play around with it, see what it was doing. I was at Google I/O when they announced it, so obviously I wanted to play around with it and test it, and like to stay up to date with all of Google's myriad of chat options. So thankfully, this is, I guess, decreasing that count by 1. So helping to continue to organize all of that. But in general, I mean, everybody should already be using Meet. So
speaking of next, I haven't heard anything official yet, but once again, have to book my hotel in San Francisco just in case it's in person.
Just in case.
Fingers crossed. We'll see if that happens, but I don't want to be caught out with full hotels the last minute if that's the case. I'm sure it's going to be pretty quiet, even if it is in person. I don't know. Maybe it'll be a busy one. We'll see.
I bet the hotels industry hates this. Is it going to be? Is it not going to be? Are we bringing in 150,000 people that weekend or not?
Yeah. Kind of want to know.
Everybody's having staffing issues, and they don't know whether they are going to even need all that staff.
Yeah. I mean, it's just around the corner. It's early October. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
I guess you should watch the Marriott website for a job fair about a month before. See.
Right. Yeah.
Look for clues.
Hiring. So. You're not going to be able to make it at all there if it's in person, are you?
No, unfortunately not this year because of the timing in the middle of the Jewish holiday there. I'm going to be stuck. I'm going to miss the first day, which is usually the day they talk about all the Workspace stuff, so I'm going to be doing some serious catch-up after hours and just going through and literally poring over every tweet I can find and all the blogs and feeds and, it's going to be... I'll probably be up half the night.
Well, I'll do some live video feeds from the floor if it is in person around there.
Live from Google Next.
See if we can find a studio down there.
There you go. Live from the Workspace Recap studio, Google Next. All right, so the other topics here, we already mostly talked about the second one here, the Gmail Compose window update ads, profile avatars, right-click menu, and more. That is the update that Steve started with at the top here. The rollout for visual updates in Gmail has resumed. This is just an article from 9to5 Google that goes into a little bit more detail. Shows us some more screenshots from the post. I really like the right click on the chips, the options that you have there to copy, cut, change their name, change the email address when you're editing in the Compose box. I think that's something really cool. I actually haven't seen that yet, but I also haven't really tried to click on it, so I don't know that I don't have it. It's possible I already do. I'm a keyboard warrior, so usually when I'm writing out emails, it's I hit the shortcut to open up Compose, and then I type, and then tab, and so on, and then send. So I might need to use my mouse a little bit more to see if I can find that and see if it's active for me. But it looks like all of these are going to start rolling out over the next couple of months, so stay tuned there. And then the other one is, like we said, it was more of a consumer bug, but I was worried that it was going to start rolling over into the enterprise stuff, despite them saying that it wasn't, because there was just so many updates off of the Google status blog and people talking about, what's this, what's happening, this, that, and the other thing. And so, basically the message was a banner notification that showed up on the emails and said, do you want to continue receiving messages from the sender? Please give us feedback about this kind of message. We won't ask you about the sender again, although you can always unsubscribe and mark it as spam in the future. So, kind of a concerning one, and it took them like a day and a half or so to fully get to the bottom of it, but they did, and thankfully it stayed in the realm of consumer Gmail and didn't bleed over into the enterprise side. So, and that's it. Do you have anything else you wanted to add, Steve?
No, that's all she wrote today.
All right. This might have been our shortest show. I know we keep saying that, but this one actually, we're recording at 19 minutes here. So
yeah, it's going to be. for sure.
Usually after, like, we'll have a short show and then we'll talk for another 10 minutes. This is at 19:55, and yeah. All right. That's all for this week. Send us your questions and comments on Twitter at Workspace Recap and on our website, workspacerecap.com. Hit the subscribe button, leave us a review on your favorite podcasting platform, or check us out on YouTube, drop your comments, give us a thumbs up, etc. And have a great week, and we'll see you next time on what is likely to be a much, much longer Workspace Recap.
We hope.
We hope.